your mind together.
Thank you for joining us right here on the Hank Stolz Experience. The circus is in town. Go on out and see it, Columbus Day weekend, and it's going to be some great weather, and it's at the DCU Center, and the boss clown is here with us. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am well. Now listen, how does one get to be the boss clown? I mean, the others can't really take you seriously.
No, they cannot. I've been boss clown for the past 2 years. I got it because I showed responsibility. I took, the alley and made it my own. So I just kind of wanted to become. Clown Alley is the group of clowns, and Clown Alley is where we get dressed, we get made up. It's kind of a secretive area. That's where no outsiders are allowed.
Sure,
it's been around for 140
years. It's like Kiss. Nobody's
years.
ever seen what you really look like.
It's true. It's
true,
besides my appearance.
Oh, that's very nice. Now, Dustin, I got to tell you, I mean, just looking at you, I mean, you just scream management to me, so I can see where you would become the boss clown. Now, how did you get into this? I mean, did you always want to? Were you the class clown? What were you like as a kid?
Whenever I was a kid, I kept to myself. At school, and then afterwards I would go home and practice juggling and magic and makeup and pratfalls and everything else. And then I graduated high school in 2004, early. I was supposed to graduate in 05. I had enough credits, and then I went to work up at New York at the Six Flags The Great Escape. I was up there for 6 months, and one day out of that 6 months I checked my email, and it was Tim Holst, who was the vice president of talent and production, said that we want to put you on the Ringling show.
Now, had you gone and tried out for Ringling Brothers?
I had never auditioned for
them.
They
saw you.
They saw me. I had periodically I would send letters of recommendation, resumes to them.
Right.
The resumes that if you're 13 years old probably isn't going to be that large of a resume.
But you knew even at 13. I mean, you were practicing to be where you are today, to be the boss clown, to have come up with this. When you put together your act, did you put together your own act for Six Flags?
Yes, it was a collaborative. Everyone put in their own sense of what they wanted. There was a contortion act and a dog act, so different acts brought in their own material, but then I created my own stuff around.
You put together your own circus.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. All right. So when you arrived at Ringling Brothers, did you already have your character? Did you have this character, or did you work in collaboration with them?
It was, I just created my own character, and then over the years it has changed and evolved into this, because this year's show, Zing Zang Zoom, is all about magic and the human spirit. So in the show there's a magician and this singer named Leviticia, and they're the good of the circus, and then there's 4 bad guys, Mr. Gravity and his 3 heavies. I'm one of the bad guys. Not really. But character, I'm a horrible person.
This is a character you play, we understand.
I'm a horrible person.
You're just misunderstood.
Yeah, misunderstood, yes, exactly.
So you had to put all of this together. I hadn't really thought about that. I mean, you kind of think of the great clowns as they come across this character and then they play that character forever. But you actually now are switching it up every couple of years. How long have you been with Ringling Brothers?
Almost 6 years.
6 years. So you've switched it up in that time.
This is my 3rd different character. I had a nerd character that was very similar to this one, but this one is a little bit more sinister. So
give me some sinister. I've got to see some sinister.
Okay, here's a very good facial expression.
Whoa, that
I don't really do that to the kids, or they'd probably cry and run away.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, it's all about being family friendly. So you're family friendly sinister.
Very much so. Yes. Very evil in a funny way.
Yes.
Yeah. Very evil. Yeah.
All right, I like that. And then the show kind of revolves around that. You guys are in and out during the show. What are some specific bits then that maybe you had to come up with for your role? Well,
whenever we are in the creative process, all of the clowns come together, Clown Alley, and create our own clown material. So this year's show is called Cherry Very, which is a mini trampoline, and we vault over a pommel horse. It's very acrobatic. You must be in really good shape for it. Warm up before each show, and at the end, one of the bad guys gets knocked into a pool of soap.
Now this has got to be the hardest part. There's probably only 1 million people out there who would love to be a Ringling Brothers clown.
True.
But you've been working at it for all this time, and you have to have these acrobatic skills, right? So you have to be very coordinated. You have to. I mean, it's not just jackass.
No,
I don't know how many people might get influenced by that show now to
Sure.
try some crazy stunts.
Sure.
This is very coordinated. How many people kind of show up and say, "Oh, I didn't realize that being a clown was such hard work"?
Well, you know, that's the biggest misconception about clowning is that you just slap on makeup, you put on big shoes, a nose, and you're funny. Clowning is the oldest art form. It dates back to 5,000 years ago. In the Egyptian time period, you had all of the fools. Whenever it was the kings over in England, there was the fools, and if the fools weren't funny, they were decapitated.
Man, I got to tell you, now there's some motivation.
Yes.
Now, what
yes.
happens to a Ringling Brothers clown if they aren't funny? Because there's the boss clown. Do you mete out the punishment?
Yes. I throw
but
a pie at him.
You throw a pie at him, so nobody's ever been decapitated that you know
No.
as far as Ringling Brothers.
Hopefully
goes.
not.
Okay. When clowns began to become clowns, as we know you now, and we see the shoes and we see the nose and stuff, where did that come from? I mean, that's not from ancient Egypt, right? I mean, that's more modern?
More modern. It dates back to the 1800s, whenever you had the drunks years ago that were they had the red painted on noses, and then that just kind of evolved into clowning with the red nose,
right.
the big red. Everything is more exaggerated. With a clown makeup, you don't want to hide your face, but you want to accent what you've got. So I can move my eyebrows around and everything else. So I accent the eyebrows, and then one goes up, one goes down. So you just accent what you've got on your face, and that's how you create a clown makeup.
All right, I love that. All right, now I'm going to put on my clown nose because we've only got a couple of minutes here. So give us a quick rundown of what we're going to see. We'll have you juggle as well. Now, and you can speak and juggle at the same time?
Hopefully not. I have never tried before, but we can see.
It's absolutely amazing. I love this part. So what are we going to see at Zing Zang Zoom this weekend?
Well, this year you're going to see Alex Ramon, who is a critically acclaimed. Well, he is acclaimed.
The concentration that's happening with the juggling.
He is a critically acclaimed
time.
magician from the San Francisco area that's been touring now for the past 2 years. Mr. Gravity, 9 elephants, 12 tigers. Tabayara's back doing his tiger act, which is phenomenal. He's from Chile. There are 17 countries represented in this year's show alone. 12 clowns, unbelievable. Oh,
that's all right. I know you meant to do that, and it was actually very funny.
This act's picking up.
Now, do you have the Cage of Death? What's that called, where they put all the motorcycles in that cage?
That is in our sister show that'll be here next year. This year we have the Wheels of Steel. It's 2 hamster-like contraptions that spin around.
The
and
guy
the guys
runs on
jump
the outside?
Yep.
Oh, I love that.
Jump rope on the outside, blindfolded on the outside, and at the end there's a huge somersault off of it.
Now, how do you practice that? I mean, what does that look like the first time? I mean, the first time that you go to the guy and you say, hey, you know what we really need in this act? It's going okay when you're running outside on the steel wheel and you're high up above the 3 rings, but what we really need you to do is put on the blindfold and then do the jump rope and then do the somersault.
Well, a lot of their act has been created in-house, so they create their own material. And their father did it before them, and I'm sure his father did that before them, so it's kind of a passed down thing.
Your father was not a clown. You're the first.
Well, he was, but he didn't wear a lot of makeup.
I got you. Dustin, thank you very much. Give us the sinister face one more time. Oh, you want to go and see that. Ringling Brothers Circus, and it is at the DCU Center. Go on down, get your tickets. What a great way to spend the weekend, and it's going to be a fantastic 3-day weekend.
Come down.
Thanks, Dustin.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming here. The Boss Clown right here on the Hank Stolz Experience. I was a little nervous.